Well, good afternoon and welcome to another video with a guy and his projects. Today we are on the 350Z again. This is a 2005 Nissan 350Z with the DE engine automatic transmission. I'm loving this car. There are some things wrong with it. We're going through them. We still have to do the next few projects are catalytic converters. We've got a P0430 code, which is the same thing as a P0420, only different bank. We've got valve covers leaking like horrid, and then we've got the front windshield wiper fluid pump is not working, so we're going to replace that today, and that's what we're doing today. So I'm going to take this tire off and move the car up just a little bit, only so I can get the camera in there. From what I'm looking at, it doesn't look like you need to actually remove the tire. If you just crank your wheel all the way to the left, you should have enough access. For me, sometimes it's easier just to get stuff out of the way so I can get camera in so you can see, and that's what we're doing today. You can still remove the tire if you want to, but I don't think you have to. Alright, so we're going to come down here. This is inside the wheel well. I hope that LED flicker is not going to bother you guys. So there should be some screws holding this wheel well liner in. I'm not sure how many we're going to take off. I'm going to start with this one, and then there's one over here we may or may not take out. And there's probably, man, this thing's damaged. There's one right over here. And looks like one up north, the front up here as well. I'm just going to take as many as I got to take apart to peel this back, and we'll see. Alright, so I peeled all this back and get it out of my way. You probably don't have to peel it back and stick it back there. You can probably just get in here and work. I need camera room. I don't know which one is front and which one is right, or front and rear. I'm assuming this is the front based off this saying FR right here. So to me, FR would stand for front. But then over here, you got RR. I don't know what RR is. If it was just F and R, I'd say front and rear. But with FR and RR, I'm still going to go front and I don't know what RR is. Rear right and front right. I don't know. But we're going to go ahead and assume it's this one. So anyway, this is your reservoir. You've got your filler net coming from up above, going in right here. And you just fill it up. When you pull this out, you are going to lose a bunch of fluid. We might just go ahead and pull this hose. With your fluid drained out as much as you care to allow it, you can go ahead and grab your motor with your two fingers and pull it out. Mine was in kind of tight. It was rough to get out. Same with the electrical. Squeeze the tab and pull the motor away. And that's your old OEM motor. Alright, so reach back in there if this didn't come out. There's this little rubber silicone grommet thing that may have gotten stuck in the reservoir. Make sure you pull that out. So this is your old versus new. The new one does not have a plug for direct bolt-on. We're going to hardwire it in. Not a big deal. It's pretty easy. I went ahead and plugged the new plug in. There's a dry grease you can put on it to keep it from leaking. I'll link it down below. I didn't have any on hand, and mine did actually leak for about a month before it sealed itself. So I recommend getting the lube. I'll link it down below. Go ahead and plug your motor in. I did try to plug the motor in with the grommet already installed on the motor, and it didn't work out. I had to take it off and install the grommet in the reservoir and then the motor. We're going to go ahead and plug in our little tube so that the coolant can flow. And then to check for leaks, we're just going to fill the reservoir up just a wee bit, just so we can see if it drips, which, of course, as I mentioned, mine did. But that's all right. So now for the wiring, if you get an OEM replacement, you can just plug it right back in and you're really done. Me, I got a hard wire in because I cheaped out, and I got the cheaper motor, which is working just fine. By the way, you just have to do a little extra wiring. There are instructions in the one I came with. It tells you which wire to plug into. I tried both ways just for the fun of it, and didn't matter which wire I put on which, it still shot fluid out. So I don't think it really matters that overly much. There's my finished product, and that's it. Now you're just going to button it up, pretty it up, and put your mud flaps or your wheel well liners, as they might be officially called, in. Put your tire back on if you took it off. You didn't need to, but it does give you more room if you need elbow room. So this was a very, very simple install. It's something you can do in your backyard. It's something you can do in your driveway. I don't think it's very complicated at all. It didn't take any special tools whatsoever, and it's well worth doing. You don't realize how much you need windshield washer fluid until you need it, and yeah, it's very, very easy to do for this car. Alright guys, easy as that to replace your windshield washer fluid pump. Honestly, I didn't realize I hadn't ordered an OEM replacement. I knew it wasn't the OEM brand, but I assumed it would be a direct drop-in fit, unplug plug. It's not the case. Did have to splice into the existing wiring. Not hard at all. The instructions on the new pump motor did say to put the, I think it was blue and yellow on the negative cable. I had no idea which cable was positive and negative on the existing wiring, so I just played eeny, meeny, miny, mo, went with it. It worked. Just out of curiosity, I went ahead and I flipped those wires, and it still works, so I'm guessing it doesn't really matter. I now have windshield wiper fluid that can spray on my windshield to clean, which is great. In Arizona, I live in a dusty area, and there's dust on windshield all the time. I drive through the mountains every morning to work, and I collect bugs like lizards do, and having the windshield wiper fluid actually work is very beneficial to me. Also, every once in a while I get that little sporadic sprinkle, and on a dusty vehicle, because it's always dusty, it makes mud, and then if you can't wash it, it's just inconvenient. You gotta have windshield wipers fluid that works. So easy to do. You don't have to remove your tire. You can just turn it in. You have plenty of access right there. Thanks for watching. Leave a thumbs up, hit the subscribe button, stick around for more. I've got vehicles, all kinds of vehicle playlists. I've got this playlist for this. I got a playlist for this vehicle, playlist for the trucks, cars, vans, everything I've worked on. Also some videos on the house projects as well. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.